Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lau with Kenshan Crafts. Today I have a new pen day to share with you guys, and it is such a special pen. As you can already see from this lovely gift box, it is a pilot pen. It is the 30th Pilot in Taiwan pen. If you guys don't know what that pen is, this is the Pilot Vanishing Point. I am super excited to unbox and review this pen with you guys. It's such a lovely pen. When it first came out, I saw it on Yoseka's Instagram, and it sold out instantly. They restocked it. It was just that popular, and then it sold out again. So I did get it from my lovely friends at Muse Pens. They are a retailer from, I believe, Hong Kong, and their color is basically green. So I was like, might as well ask them. They might have it. And of course they do. It's a green pen. And I believe they might still have a few left if you are interested in this lovely pen. So let's take a look at this. Oh, beautiful presentation box. It's a cardboard sleeve out here with 30th Pilot in Japan. So classy. Okay. Here's the reveal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that green. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is a matte green with gold finish. Yes. Oh my gosh, the matte feeling of this Vanishing Point. Oof. Okay, so I got the number 91 out of 600. I was able to choose the number that I wanted because, you know, I have a good relationship with Muse, and we talk quite a bit, and they showed 91 out of like 7 or 8 other numbers, and I said, I'll take 91 because I was born 1991. So it is even more perfect of a pen for me. So I'm so happy with it. Okay, and in this is, you get a lovely personal pouch, pen pouch. It is made specifically for it. Like you can see on the inside, there's those little grooves there, and then this part here is for the clip. So you want to put the pen with the knob down first, and then the clip at the top. But I'll show that in a bit. And then inside of this came this is the cartridge cover. So if you like to use your Vanishing Points with the cartridge, this needs to go on top of the cartridge so that the knob mechanism can push on this part of this metal piece here. I don't remember if this came with a cartridge itself, but it did come with a cartridge converter. So I love that. There's nothing underneath this beautiful box. Oh, look at that pen. It is so beautiful. I don't have natural lighting today. I wish that I did, but the color of this pen is a lovely forest green. It's so nice, and then it is matte finished. It feels silky smooth, but with texture to it, where if you have dry hands or even sweaty hands, you'll be able to hold onto it very securely. The gold finishes here are made of metal, and so it is more slippery. If you do hold your pen very close like this, then it'll be very slippery. But I hold my pen like this by the clip. The clip does help me to position my fingers like this, and it's very comfortable to write this way. So for a lot of you, this clip will probably not be comfortable, but this clip allows me to hold it like this, where I'm holding on the matte section of the pen, and it's very lovely. And the number, the edition number is right there. That is number 091 out of 600. So only 600 of these pens are made to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Taiwan being part of the Pilot. So the Vanishing Point, if you don't know already, is a capless pen. It uses a like a knob up here like a regular ballpoint pen, and it has this opening here where when you push it, the mechanism opens the lid and the nib comes out like that. It's a tiny, tiny nib. And this is an 18 karat gold nib. So you unscrew this right here to reveal the nib unit. The nib unit comes, it basically is the nib itself right there. You see it's such a tiny nib. And I did get my nib as a medium nib. So my number 91 was a fine nib, but then they removed the fine and put a medium in there. So I so appreciate them for doing that, because, you know, if you shop anywhere else, you'll just get a fine or a medium, depending on what you want, and a random number. So, like, for me to be able to choose this number, choose the nib, it was such a great personal experience. This converter, this is the Con 40. It holds about 0.4 milliliters of ink. And so what I did was I just syringe filled this cartridge converter and then popped it in here. I find that that's the easiest way to fill a vanishing point. Vanishing points are a little tough for you to do it like this and put it into an ink bottle. I find it very difficult because of the way that this nib is so different from other nibs. So the best thing to do is definitely to use a syringe fill. If you already love doing that, then that's, you know, it's second nature to you. And then you got to make sure that this little indent here matches up with the opening here. There is like an opening there, and so they have to match up in order for the pen to properly go through. Okay, and then you just close the unit like that. It's such a lovely engineered pen. I didn't like writing with vanishing points because of my Decimo. It was too thin, and the nib is so tiny and smooth and slippery. And then I bought a Moonman or Mahjong body, and that body, I just didn't like it. I know that people who have Mahjong love it, and it is a good pen, but for some reason I feel like, from my personal use and experience, that it has dried out the nib a bit, and the screw mechanism part here kind of squeaks. And that might just be with time, but like I barely had it for a year, so we'll see in a couple of months if this part here will make squeaking noises, or if it is going to be perfect, as it is a, you know, vanishing point from Pilot and not a Mahjong. So the retail for this pen is $320 on Yoseka. That is a very, very high markup for a vanishing point. The matte black vanishing point is $160, and so this is basically double that price. So what you're paying for is the anniversary, the specialty of this pen, and the, I guess, like the rarity, because there's only 600 of these made. And so you can flash that you have a very limited vanishing point, and plus it is matte finish. If this is your color, forest green, it's a little teal too in some lighting. I think in that sense it is worth the markup price. I did get this for about $280 from Muse Pens, so that is a great deal. I have not found it cheaper than that, so definitely shop for Muse Pens if they still have this. I'll put it down in the description box for you guys. You know, put a comment down below. What is your favorite vanishing point, if you have a vanishing point? This will be my very first vanishing point, like an actual vanishing point, not the Decimo. And I think I'm hoping that this is my only one, because I love it so much. It's so classy looking. It's just so pristine and simple looking, but at the same time so beautiful. And I did consider like the Rodin one, but like it's a little boring and plain for me, as pretty as it is. And I know that this can be plain and boring for some people too, but it's like a simple classic look to me, and that's just how I like some of my pens. I know I am a diehard lover of Leonardo's because they're so colorful, but sometimes you just need a beautiful, stealthy, classic looking pen like this. I mean, it's not stealthy, but very classic looking. So let's do, oh, let's put this, just show how this pen goes in here. So the clip, you see that? The clip just rests perfectly like that. And it even has a click. It's made for this pen. It is so nice. And then you just pop this into your bag. And I think this could probably fit into my ane. And then, oh wow, and then you just pull it. There, it seems like there's some kind of a mechanism in there that just allows it to pop itself up. I love it. So let's compare this with some pens that I have. Okay, so here is my Visconti Homo sapien. This is my Leonardo Momento Zero. This is the Pilot Custom 823. The Pelican M605. This is a TWSBI Diamond 580. And then this is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. It's a little longer than Leonardo Momento Zero. It's about the same size as the Visconti Homo sapiens. And then uncapped, in this case, the Vanishing Point is the longest. And so basically, if you love writing with your pens unposted, it is the perfect length unposted. Or, you know, it is the perfect length to write with because it acts like an unposted pen. Now, if we post it, all the pens, once all posted, the Visconti Homo sapiens is the longest, and the next longest is the Leonardo Momento Zero and the Pilot Custom 823, and it's actually the same length as the Sailor Pro Gear Slim. So slightly shorter than the Pro Gear Slim. I find that the Pro Gear Slim when posted is slightly long for how thin the pen is. And so the girth of the Pilot Vanishing Point and its length is very, very good, in my opinion. So the girth of the Pilot Vanishing Point is about 11.8 millimeters, and that is a very comfortable length diameter for me. I find that between 10 and 13 is really good. The length of this pen, the Vanishing Point, is about 5.5 inches in length, which is perfectly fine. Most of the pens I like to write unposted are between 5 and 5.3, and so this is just a tiny bit longer, and it still fits so comfortably. And then the weight of this pen is about 30 grams. So it weighs about the same as a Visconti Homo sapiens unposted. So if you like that weight of a Visconti Homo sapiens Bronze Age, basically the Vanishing Point is like that. It's slightly lighter. Like, it feels lighter to me, but it is a metal pen just with the matte outside texture. All right, so let's do a writing sample of how this pen writes. It is so beautiful, you guys. I just love it so much. So I've only ever had a Vanishing Point in a stub nib, and I also had a Vanishing Point in a fine nib. Now the fine nib, I like using it a lot. I do, but it is very slippery for me for some reason. Because it's so fine, I like it to be a little toothier. It is very smooth, so if you like very, very smooth fine nibs, Vanishing Point fine is super good. Basically all Pilot fine points are like that. So this medium nib writes a lot broader, and so it is smooth, and because it's broader, I do expect it to be smoother, and I somehow do have better control of the writing. So, and I inked this up with Pilot Iroshizuku Suigyoku. This is a lovely tealy green. It's more green than it is teal. This is the swatch of the ink. So you can see some blues in there. Next to Pelican Edelstein Jade. So I don't know if my lighting is showing so well, but Jade is greener. And then next to Soft Mint, and Soft Mint is also slightly more teal, I would say. And then next to Pilot Iroshizuku Shioro. Shioro is more of a foresty pine green with some blue in it. So it is more blue than Suigyoku. And I decided to put Suigyoku in my pilot because it's a pilot pen with a pilot ink, might as well. Like, I wanted to put an ink that is supposed to go in the pen, but it does make it a very, very wet pairing. So I think that the Vanishing Point is a wet writer, especially the medium. So if you want to put a dry ink in here, it would be fine too. Okay, so this is pilot. It is just so thick and juicy. Pilot Vanishing Point. Medium. 30th. Anniversary. Taiwan. So while the nib is bouncy, because of the mechanism of this pen, it does not flex. This nib is not soft in a sense that it would make lots of line variations. And I expected that much because it is a very tiny pen, or a tiny nib. And usually pens that are soft and flexible are pens or are nibs that are much larger to allow for the tines to spread like that. This one has very uniform lines. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. It's such a nice, pleasant writing experience, I would say. It is a very broad nib. So this is Pilot VP Medium. All right. Now, I believe it's about the same as my Pilot Custom A23 Medium as well. So this is the Pilot Custom Medium. Yeah, it's essentially the same. I know they have different inks in them, but the lines are very similar. And then this is my TWSBI Broad. Yes, it is slightly thinner than the Broad, so it's like almost there. And then this is my Leonardo. This is the Elastic Fine. So the Elastic Fine writes thinner than the Pilot Medium. And Elastic Fine is basically a medium. I think it's a medium. And then just to show the, you know, a very clear difference is this is my Sailor Medium Fine. So Sailor Medium Fine is more like an extra fine, Western extra fine. Okay, so let's take a closer look at that. Yeah, the Pilot Vanishing Point Medium is the same as the Pilot Custom A23 Medium, and you can say it's almost the same as the TWSBI Broad, but not entirely. It's almost there. This TWSBI Broad has a shimmer ink in it, so it's writing a little bit thinner than a normal TWSBI Broad would, and the Sailor's Medium Fine is, you can see how fine of a writing experience you'll get with a Sailor Medium Fine, and then a lovely juicy wet medium with a Vanishing Point. I don't have my Pilot Fines. Actually, I do. So, I mean, I've made a video on this comparing the custom A23 fine and medium. So, but just to take a look at it again, this is Pilot, Custom, Fine, you can see the fine is super thin, and the fine is almost like the medium fine, actually, yeah. So Pilot's fine is like a Western extra fine, which is pretty normal. Yeah, there it is. So the difference between the two. Now this pen, this 30th anniversary Taiwan, only comes in fine and medium. So this is probably a really good indication of the nib sizes you will be writing with these two. Alrighty guys, so that concludes my review of my Pilot Vanishing Point in Taiwan's 30th anniversary matte forest green. I mean, it's not called matte forest green, but I'm just going to call it that because that's the color of it. So beautiful. I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you for watching my videos, and those of you who use my Atlas Stationer code. I am an Atlas Stationer's affiliate, and whenever you use my code or use my affiliate links, you do help me support my channel and helps me to get earnings to get new pens to share with you guys on my channel here. So just a lovely thank you to all of those, all you guys who do use my code and links. If you guys enjoyed this unboxing and review of the Pilot Vanishing Point, please leave a like, comment down below what your favorite Pilot Vanishing Point is, and subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet for more videos like this. Thank you again for watching my video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you in the next video. Bye.